What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572, Return a Chance. Today is October 3rd, 2023. We're not going to do a quick market watch. So, over the weekend, we did have YCS Dortmund happening and Rika and Avalon. Julius won with Rika and Avalon over the weekend. We also had some regionals happen, and we have a little bit of information, at least for the LA regionals. I did go to the LA regionals. I took my Synchron, Gene Raider, invoked runic build and actually did better than I thought. If you guys want to go take a look at the vlog that we did, I'm gonna put in the link in the description so you guys could go check that out. But for LA regionals, we did have Unchained taking that event. We had a hero build, we had a couple tier elements in the top, we have branded Chimera, and we also had a couple sprite decks at the top as well. And I actually been seeing a lot of sprites been topping a couple regionals here and there, like on Instagram posts and stuff. So keep an eye out on sprites. We're actually gonna be taking a look at a sprite card today. But yeah, we had YCS Dortmund information. We had like 16% tier elements in the top 64. We had 14% Unchained in top 64, 13% Dragon Link, branded 8%, Blunderies 8%, and then Manadium 5%, and then other would be 36%. So it's safe to say it's kind of like a diverse format. I guess everyone was trying to play tier elements for the most part because it says 16%, but I mean, we have pretty much a diverse format. There's always going to be like that one popular deck that stands out, but in my opinion, it's a diverse format. Let me know what you guys think about the format. But yeah, we're going to be starting off the market watch with Aroma Seraphy Jasmine. We took a look at a couple of the Sun Avalon Rika cards on our past market watch, so I don't really want to take a look at those because we know that Dryas is going up in price. But Aroma Seraphy Jasmine is one of those cards you guys should be taking a look at because it only has one printing. If you are planning to play the Rika and Avalon build, 26 listings on the market, and we have our cheapest listing at $10, and they go up to 13. 1349, 1385, hitting that $15 price point with only 26 listings on the market. So I'm pretty sure this card will head back up even higher in price if it doesn't get a reprint soon. Next up, we have Ben Gallancer, which is also part of the Ricos and Avalon strategy. This one's starting to go up in price. You can tell by the graph right there. Not too much, but it's still going up. I remember selling these at a high price point, like at $5-6. But then it came back down, but it looks like it's heading back up. 75 listings on the market. We have them at 348, 350, 355, 369, 395, 397. So basically like a $4 card now. If you guys don't have these, you guys should probably have these already if you are playing the deck. But if you guys are planning to play it, I think they're kind of cheap still. You only play like one of these or two of these. So $4 for Ben Gallancer isn't too much. It only has one printing, and I'm not sure where it would get a reprint at. So if you are planning to play the deck, I'll pick up my copies now where they're at $4. But yeah, next up we have the Vanquish Soul. So Vanquish Soul was actually the deck that was in the final against Ricos and Avalon, and it's actually surprising that it went there. But it's safe to say that Vanquish Soul is one of the better decks of the format. Even though we still don't have that card from Age of Overlord for them yet, it's still performing pretty well. So I think once we get that new Vanquish Soul card, these will probably get better in a couple of weeks. But they're still kind of low in their prices. We have Vanquish Soul Raisin. I remember this was like a $25 card at its highest, I think. Like a $25 card. And right now you could get these for $12.99, $13.69, $13.69, $14.68, $14.69, $14.94, $14.99, and $14.99. I'm actually looking for a new deck to pick up. I might actually look into Vanquish Soul since they're pretty cheap. I think these cards have potential to keep going up in price. We have Dr. Madlove, which was also a pretty expensive card. This one is sitting around like $15-ish, and right now you can pick up your copies for $11.99, $11.99, $11.99, $9, $10, $11, $12, $12.48, and $12.49. So it's under $13, which is kind of low because it was at a high price point. Then we have Vanquish Soul Heavy Burger. This one has gone down in price as well. Back in July, it was around like $14, and right now you can get them for like $8, $10. So it's sitting around under the $10 price point. And the last one is Vanquish Soul Caesar. This one's pretty cheap, around like $2. I think there's another Vanquish Soul card I'm missing. It's a Searcher. I think that one might be up in price. Let's take a look at the Wild Survivor set just so I could look at the card. I know it's somewhere in here. Okay, it's Stake Your Soul. That's the Vanquish Soul Searcher card. And Stake Your Soul right now is at $12.99. I think this might be a good buy too. It's gone down in price, but it looks like it's starting to recover back up. Like I said, they have a new card coming out in Age of Overlord. So I think that new card is going to help them a little bit. 53 listings on the market. This was a card that was at its highest price point at, let's see, it was like 40, then like 15-ish. And right now we have them at like 15-ish, $14.99. If you are planning to play Vanquish, so I think you still have a little bit of time before these start to increase way up in price. Pick up your copies now before it's too late and these reach like the $25 price point. But yeah, just wanted to have you guys be aware about Vanquish. So next up we have Bystial Jurisworm. So the reason I'm mentioning Bystial Jurisworm is because it's a Bystial that's at 3, and I saw a lot of tier elements being played at the LA regionals, and I kind of got scared, and that's why I went to go pick up my Bystial playset. That means 3 Jurisworm and the 1 Magnemite, because I had got rid of them when they were like $15-20 in the super rares. Right now we have them at 40 listings. We have listings at 1020, 1025, 1025, 1029, and basically like a $10 card. But we also have a DD Crow that some players have been using instead of Bystial Jurisworm. So if you guys don't want to pick up the Bystial Jurisworm, you guys could check the DD Crow instead, which DD Crow has a bunch of copies of. So you don't have to worry about spending the $10 for the DD Crow. We have commons, we have ultra rare, super rares, and yeah, more commons. Yeah, we have plenty of DD Crow. So if you guys don't want to pay the money for the Bystial Jurisworm, you guys could check DD Crow. It does the same thing almost, but I like Bystial Jurisworm better just because it could get a body off the field. It has like a extra effect that lets you send a special summon monster from the field to the graveyard when it's removed off the field. So I just like Bystial Jurisworm better. But let me know what your opinions are down below. Do you guys like Bystials better, or do you guys prefer DD Crow? Speaking of tier elements, so we still have Primeval Planet Pellerino high up in price. I remember picking these up around like $20-ish back when tier elements got hit, and I was planning to play the deck. Then I got rid of them around like $38. We have 36 listings on the market right now, and it looks like they're reaching a new high price point: $42.99, $47.97, $47.99, $48, and heading up to $49, almost hitting the $50 price point. They're almost reaching the price they were at when tier elements was like at full power. Let me know what you guys think about Pellerino. How long do you see it staying at this price? Hopefully it gets a reprint sometime next year. Next up, we have tier elements Rhinoheart. The ultimate rare was sitting under $20, and right now it's heading up in price. We have 27 listings on the market. We have listings starting at $28.98, $27.99, $29.44, $29.45, and basically almost hitting $30. We also have an ultra rare copy for these. The ultra rare was sitting around like, how much did it was down to like $2 to $3. And right now we have them at 67 listings. We have listings starting at $5.75, $5.94, $4.98. So basically like a $5 card now. So it is going up as well. This is one of the few tier elements that is at 3, along with Cashier tier elements. Let me know down below what you guys think about Rhinoheart. Do you see Rhinoheart going up even further in price? Comment down below. Next up, we do have Sinful Spoils of the Subversion Snake Eye going up in price, and that's because we have some new Snake Eye support coming in Age of Overlord in a couple of weeks. So this card says target one face-up monster on the field, place it face up in its owner's spell, and trap zone as a continuous spell. You can only activate one Sinful Spoils of the Subversion Snake Eye once per turn. This card was sitting around like $5-ish, and right now we have 50 listings on the market. We have listings going to $8.98, $9, $9.27 with shipping, $9.34, $9.35, $9.36, and $9.50 with shipping. So yeah, it is starting to go up. I'm not really sure how the archetype is gonna do, or if it's even good, but I know it has to do with like the spell and trap zone, and it does something with like continuous spells. So uh, be aware that this card is starting to head up in price. Let me know down below if you guys have tested out the Snake Eye archetype, and if it's good, if it's something worth picking up right now. We have a new card called SP Little Knight coming out in Age of Overlord. I think that's gonna replace Azalea as a generic link too, because it could be any 2 effect monsters, and it doesn't have the restriction that it has to be 2 light and or dark monsters like Azalea. So I think once that one comes out, this card is gonna start going down in price. It's already starting to see a downward trend. We have these right now at 68 listings, and we have listings starting at 1560, 1595. That's basically like $2 shipping, $16.97 with shipping, $16.99, $16.99, and $16.99. So like a $15-16 card. But I think these will drop in price later on once SP Little Knight comes out. Minkonka Water Arabesque is going up in price. I actually noticed these at like 4 to 5 listings earlier in the week, but it looks like we have more listings now. These were sitting around like the $10 price point. I actually remember getting rid of mine around like $7 to $8 because I only pulled 1 copy from like a booster pack, and I just didn't really care for it, so I just got rid of it. But now we have 11 listings on the market, and we have listings starting at $13.99, $14.51, $15, $16.50, $17.99, $18, $20.69, and then heading up to $21.97 on the first page. So they are starting to go up. Let me know how you guys feel about the Minkonka archetype. It is one of those decks that people are planning to play this format. And let's see, do we have sales? Yeah, we have sales around like the $18, $15 price point. Someone paid $21 for them, so they are selling at that price point. I think this is like the new highest price point I've seen them at. I know they got like a buyout a couple of months back, and then they came back down in price, but it looks like people are starting to pick these up. It could be a new little fun tech people could be running this format, but we'll see how it does. A lot of the other Minkonka cards I think are staying at the same price they were at. We have the Manifest Minkonka at 53 listings, and they're around like $16. And I think these were the only 2 high ones. Everything else is like pretty cheap for the deck except for those 2. But yeah, Minkonka Water Arabesque is going up in price. Sprite Sprint, we actually been taking a look at on our past market watches, and we noticed it was around like the $12, $13 price point and starting to head up a little bit. It looks like it's finally getting bought out and starting to go up even higher in price. Right now we have it at 16 listings, and we have listings starting at that's basically $16 with shipping. Then they hit $21.98, $21.99, $23.99, $29.50, $29.99, and $30. So once these cheaper copies are gone, they start hitting the $30 price point, which is pretty crazy. But it is a card that missed a reprint from Darkwing Blast, so if you do want to play Sprite, you have no choice but to buy this card at like the $20-30 price point, and they are doing pretty good. Like I said, they've been topping a couple regionals this past weekend. But yeah, Sprite Sprint is going up in price. And then we have next is Harpy's Featherstorm. I think we mentioned this as well. It was around like $7 to $8 for the ultra rare back when we took a look at it. Right now it's starting to get another buyout. We have 16 listings on the market, and we have listings starting at $9.67, $9.89, $10.99, heading up to $11 and $11.99. So slowly starting to become a $12 card. Even the commons are worth something. We have the commons sitting at like 52 listings, and these are at $473, $487, $490, $495. So $5 common from Legendary Duelist Season 2. Then we have the super rares at 19 listings. These are going low on listings as well and starting to go up. These are at $641, $698 with shipping, $785, $625, $869. So they are starting to bounce up to almost hitting that $9 price point. If I were you guys, I would get my Harpy's Featherstorm an ultra rare. If you could get it for like around $10 if you are planning to play Flunderies this format. I wanted to take a look at Cyanide Mining, the rare from El Dorado, because it looks like it's kind of higher in price than the ultra rare and the super rare. This one has 46 listings on the market, and it does look like it's starting to trend upwards. Right now we have it at, let's see, $3.99, $3.30, $4.35, $4.45, $4.50, and $4.89. So slowly starting to become like a $5 rare. We have the ultra rare at 30 listings. This ultra rare, it looks like it's starting to trend upwards as well. We have this at, let's see, $4.89, $4.50, $6, and that's basically like $6.75 with shipping. So like a $6 card for the sign it mining. I would rather go for the ultra rare rather than the rare though, because it's a higher rarity. Then we have the rare. This one looks like it's at 36 listings. These are at $4.29, $4.95, $5, $5, $5.17 with shipping. So like a $5 card. The secret, I think it's around like $10-ish, $11-ish. Let's see. Let's go to lightly played. Lightly played. So they start around like $10, $11, and go up to like the $15 price point. Let's look at near mint too. Yeah, $11, $10, $9.50. And on the second page, we have these at like 10, 13, heading up to like $15. But yeah, if I were you guys, I would just go for the ultra rare because it's the more budget copy. I mean, the rare technically is the more budget copy, but it's actually kind of the same price as the ultra rare. So I would just go for the ultra rare. I think this is being picked up for like Salaman Great players. So yeah, let me know down below which one of these you guys are picking up. And the last card on today's the last set of cards on today's market watch are gonna be Testinas. So we did get a new we did get an announcement that we are getting some new Testina cards in Age of Overlord, but we haven't got what they do yet. I think sometime this week we'll be hearing what the cards will be doing, but we just got a little teaser of like pictures that look like Testina cards. So people are starting to buy these out. We have the quarter century going up in price. This one had a market price of like 33. It looks like it's going up to like the $60 price point. Then we have the demigod that was around like 48. Right now the lowest listings at 73. So a pretty big price increase. We have the crystal god Testina. This was a secret rare. This one was sitting around like $3-ish, and right now we have our cheapest copy at $7.15, $7.25, $7.48, $7.70, $7.75, and heading up to the $8 price point. We have the demigod of the Testina. This one is sitting at 53 listings. I actually remember talking about this card this past weekend. I was gonna pick them up for like around a $2.50. They were around like $1, $2.50 with shipping. But I didn't go through with it. I was gonna buy like 10, 13 copies, but I didn't go through with it because for some reason my card didn't get accepted on TCGPlayer. But it looks like right now they are starting to trend upwards in price. We have them at $4.49, $4.93, $4.95, $4.99, $5, and $4.60. I think yesterday they were reaching like the $10 price point, but I did say yesterday that they were gonna come down in price. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I do some market watches on Instagrams as well, so you guys can go follow me there at Return of the Chance. But yeah, they were around like the $10 price point yesterday. It looks like more people started to list, and this card has gone back down to like the $5 price point. I think this is like a good price that they're gonna stay at. I think $10 was a little bit too much, especially since we don't know what the new Testina cards do. If the new Testina cards end up being good, I could see these going up in price. But if they're kind of mid and don't really help the deck too much, these cards will probably start coming back down. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Testinas. Is it something we should be picking up, or is it something we should just like hold off on? But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's market watch. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return of the Chance. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.